Welcome to Decodiva, your cozy corner for all things vintage, charming, and beautifully collected. Today, we're diving into the layered, maximalist world of the legendary Bunny Williams, interior designer, tastemaker, and queen of curated elegance. If you've ever dreamed of creating a home that feels like a storybook filled with heirlooms, antiques, and soul, this episode is for you. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, and drop a comment below with your favorite vintage decorating trick or Bunny Williams-inspired moment. We love hearing how you bring vintage beauty into your space. So grab a cup of tea, get comfy, and let's explore 16 timeless decorating tips inspired by Bunny's signature style, a perfect blend of refined elegance and playful abundance. Your vintage maximalist dream home awaits. Bunny Williams is a master of layering, and it's one of the core pillars of her maximalist magic. From rugs on rugs to stacks of books on every surface, layering adds depth, warmth, and a lived-in charm that makes a room feel truly personal. Start by building a base with classic vintage elements, an antique Persian rug, a velvet sofa, or an ornate mirror, and then layer in textiles, objects, and art over time. The key is to make each layer meaningful and visually rich. Don't be afraid to mix materials. Wood, brass, porcelain, and linen can coexist beautifully when they're chosen with intention. Think of your room as a well-edited collage of your life. Maximalism doesn't mean chaos, it means curation. Bunny's homes are filled with objects, but each one tells a story. It's not about having more, it's about having meaning. When you're decorating with vintage finds, be selective. Group similar items together to create visual harmony. A collection of old clocks, a gallery wall of botanical prints, when displayed thoughtfully, they feel intentional rather than overwhelming. Use trays, book stacks, and shadow boxes to anchor your vignettes. This helps give form and structure to even the most eclectic collections. Bunny's rooms always start with timeless, well-constructed furniture. Pieces with history and craftsmanship anchor a maximalist space and give it that collected over decades vibe. Look for vintage or antique furniture made from solid wood or high-quality upholstery. A good sofa, a well-worn leather chair, or a carved sideboard can set the tone for your whole room. Mix styles and eras, just as Bunny does. Pair a French Bourgeois chair with a sleek mid-century table, or a Georgian secretary with a chinoiserie screen. Contrast adds energy. Color is a hallmark of Bunny's aesthetic. Whether it's deep burgundy walls or a pop of turquoise in a throw pillow, she's not afraid to make a statement, but it's always done with balance. Start with one rich tone and build from there. For instance, if you love emerald green, layer in other jewel tones or neutrals that complement it. Avoid stark, high-contrast clashes unless you're going for bold drama. Textiles like curtains, rugs, and cushions are perfect places to add vintage-inspired color. Think faded florals, classic damasks, or kilim patterns. One of Bunny's superpowers is mixing pieces from different price points and making them all look elevated. She might pair a priceless antique table with flea market finds, and it all just works. Don't worry if you can't afford museum-worthy antiques, find the charm in the imperfect. A chipped ceramic vase or a second-hand wicker chair can add texture and soul to your space. The trick is in the styling. Place your affordable pieces alongside something with weight, like a heavy brass lamp or a framed oil painting, to create balance. Bunny believes every room should include something from nature. Whether it's fresh flowers, a potted fern, or a bowl of pine cones, these organic touches soften and humanize a space. Vintage vessels like ironstone pitchers, copper buckets, or majolica vases make the perfect homes for your floral arrangements or greenery. They're a double hit of charm and color. If you don't have a green thumb, even dried botanicals or faux arrangements in antique containers can bring that same spirit into your decor. From Bunny's dining rooms to her side tables, every flat surface tells a story. The secret? Layering height, texture, and personal pieces to create a curated still life. Start with a beautiful tablecloth or runner. Vintage linen, lace, or block print is ideal. Then layer on candlesticks, stacks of antique books, and sculptural objects. Add a quirky personal element, a vintage salt cellar, a porcelain dog, or a framed family photo. These surprises keep your home from feeling like a catalog. Art is essential in Bunny's world, and not just traditional framed paintings. She uses art in every form: tapestries, etchings, botanicals, and even framed textiles, to tell a visual story. Look for vintage pieces at estate sales, thrift stores, or online marketplaces. Even amateur or folk art can be stunning when placed in the right setting. Create a gallery wall with a mix of sizes and frames, or lean artwork casually on shelves and mantels for a more relaxed, collected feel. Curtains are one of Bunny's go-to tricks for softening a space and adding instant elegance. Full, floor-length drapes in rich fabrics can transform even a modest room. Use vintage fabrics, like ticking stripes, faded florals, or heavy damask, for an authentic layered look. You can even repurpose old tablecloths or quilts as drapes. Don't skimp on fullness. Curtains should feel generous and substantial, pooling slightly on the floor for that romantic, old-world feel. Books are more than just reading material in Bunny's interiors, they're design elements. They add warmth, texture, and personality to every room. Stack them on coffee tables, line them on shelves, or place them under vases and lamps to create height. Look for old hardcovers with beautiful spines or faded covers. Mix in bookends, framed photos, and little curiosities to make your shelves feel alive and lived in, not just styled. Bunny always makes space for moments of intimacy within larger rooms: a reading chair by a window, a secretary desk in a hallway, a tiny bistro table for morning coffee. These small vignettes invite you to slow down and enjoy your home. They're also perfect opportunities to showcase vintage pieces that might get lost in a larger layout. Think about lighting, comfort, and a touch of whimsy. A fringed lamp, an embroidered cushion, and a stack of old postcards can turn any nook into a sanctuary. Overhead lighting is rarely flattering. Bunny prefers the soft glow of table lamps, sconces, and candlelight. This layered approach adds depth and mood. Scour flea markets for vintage lamps, then rewire them if needed. Mix different shapes and sizes, and use warm bulbs to avoid that sterile blue glow. Add dimmers wherever possible, and don't forget the charm of a flickering candle on a mirrored tray or a vintage lantern on a windowsill. Bunny's spaces never feel overly designed because she trusts her gut. She surrounds herself with what she loves, and that's the most important decorating rule of all. Forget trends. If you love it, there's a place for it. Your home should reflect your tastes, history, and personality, not someone else's idea of what's fashionable. Give yourself permission to experiment. Rearranging, editing, and evolving are all part of the process of creating a layered, elegant home. Vintage maximalism is about celebrating age, patina, and imperfection. Bunny loves pieces that show their history: worn wood, faded fabric, nicks, and all. These signs of life bring warmth and humanity to your space. They make your home feel lived in, not showroom perfect, and that's where the magic is. Don't be afraid to leave something as is or embrace a little shabby chic. The imperfect often holds more beauty than the pristine. And there you have it, 16 rich, timeless tips inspired by the iconic Bunny Williams to help you build a vintage maximalist home that's layered, elegant, and completely you. If you found inspiration in today's video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing your favorite tip or how you're bringing bunny style into your space. Your support helps Decodiva keep growing and glowing. Thank you for joining us on this cozy, collected journey. Until next time, stay charming, stay creative, and keep decorating with heart.